Ready? Are we live? Are we live? Is it working? Is it working? I feel like it's not working. Is it working?
It is working.
We're working! It's working! Hooray!
That was a really cool intro.
Yeah.
Thanks, dude. Did you like that? Welcome, everyone. This is the Lords and Ladies of Fate stream. That's right. It's your stream. The stream where we, the content creators, empower you, the viewer, to change the stream itself. That's right. So you can use loyalty points, your fate chips that you'll earn by watching and hanging out with us on Thursday nights, Monday nights, and a million other nights this week. And you can use those to change this tabletop role-playing game. We're going to play Star Wars tonight, but we play Star Trek on Mondays. On Wednesdays, we do 5th edition D&D. We're going to do Aliens soon, all kinds of other cool stuff. So make sure you guys check out those other streams if you haven't already checked those out. So tonight we're doing Star Wars. First session of Star Wars, guys. You guys excited?
Woo!
Oh yeah!
We are live.
Oh wait, let me temper my excitement because a Jedi should not show that kind of excitement.
Sure, that's right. You keep it in your pants. So this is a Star Wars stream. So we're going to be doing it's a Star Wars role-playing stream, and we're going to be doing a Star Wars story that takes place after Episode 6, The Return of the Jedi, but before Episode 7, The Force Awakens. And if you've been watching the Disney Plus TV shows, then you can place this right after Mandalorian Season 2. So for the super nerds out there, you guys, we got some folks from Bruce Gaskin's stream popping in here. That's nice. Nice to see you, Mr. Goku. And of course, we're going to try to call out our chat whenever they're doing stuff tonight. Make sure you guys are redeeming those awesome items with your fate chips. So things you can buy with your fate chips include XP for our players. You can take away their XP if you're feeling particularly cruel tonight. You can give them bonuses, skill bonuses, that will improve their chances of succeeding against skill checks and saves. You can take away their skills by using a skill drop and totally mess up their next skill check. Things like that. You can also drop obnoxious objects into the game. You can make our players sing. And you can drop encounters. Now, some of those things you'll see encounter 4 and 5. Those are not currently available, but that's mostly because I'm a coward. So I'm ready to do this, guys. I think let's introduce our players. So we have a lot of players in this game. We have 6 players in this game, which is pretty cool. So I'll be your GM. My name is Bruce Gaskin. That's definitely my real name, HP, or Bruce HP Gaskin, if you want to use my full name. We have Nat Too Shabby playing Zeep Nibbler, the Jawa. He's right there. Yep, that's him right there. And then we have Adam playing Strike Wildstar. There he is. He's got his pistols. We've got Slayer playing HK3RM, our droid, our HK47 droid.
Oh, hi.
Yep, there he is. And we got Jeff. Everyone say hi, Jeff. Jeff's a new player to the stream. Jeff is playing Tog Sidad, an Ithorian. And Emily is playing our amnesiac Twi'lek.
I don't know where I am.
That's pretty much. She's right. She's ready.
Pretty normal for me, actually.
And of course, Armand is playing our Jedi Doran Voller.
There is no emotion. There is peace. There is no
Nice.
ignorance. There is knowledge. I'll stop.
Beautiful. Okay, so a long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, our players start off in pure darkness, and then suddenly there's smoke, and then doors open in front of them, and all players except for Neep and HK3RM are suddenly blinded by dim lights because they have been in darkness for so long. And then they fall from the apparent tubes that they were standing in to the ground, hitting their knees rather hard. They can smell things like bacta and chemicals in the air. And they look around and they can see dim lights and Durasteel walls all around them. And to some of them, they recognize this is the inside of a ship, a starship. The lights are dim and flickering on and off occasionally, but mostly staying on. There are no sounds except for the soft sounds of the humming engine. They look around, and 4 of the players see each other. They see 2 humans. They see an Athorian and a Twi'lek, and they're all wearing the same clothing. They all have a tight t-shirt and shorts, skin tight, and they all have numbers written on their chest. And as they look around, they see the Jawa standing there and staring at them, and standing next to the Jawa is the HK-47 droid. The Jawa has his hand on a lever, and some of them infer that perhaps it was the Jawa who set them free from the tube they just fell from. Some of them look around and look up to the tube, and they recognize it as a stasis tube used for long-term hyperspace travel and for other deep sleep sort of situations. And we'll leave it there. What do you guys want to do? Let's start with you, Nat. What do you want to do?
So I've unfrozen everybody. Is that?
Yep. Except for HK3RM, who was there with you.
Then I'm going to start by activating him.
Oh, actually, he's already activated.
Okay.
He's standing there with you. Yep. Yeah, that happened before.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. Just
Observation.
Does this mean we have a prequel episode in the future? Maybe. Sorry.
There could be, yeah, but it wouldn't involve. Might only involve you, Neep, HK and a third individual. Unless you want to play a bunch of NPCs that, well, you'll see. Continue. Don't meta me so early.
Here you go.
I'm just kidding.
Observation.
Meta away.
It looks like that they're awakening.
All right, and then
It.
quick question. So how long has it been since I've saw the danger?
So you saw the events not long ago. We'll say within the last hour or two.
Okay.
It all happened very quickly, and then you saw the droid and fixed it.
Okay.
And then you came into this room.
I'm going to kind of dance around it and make movements of like hurry up, like running my arms and pointing in directions down the hall.
Translation. He's trying to say we should probably skedaddle. If you know what I mean.
Anyone know where we are? Oh man, that was an excellent nap.
No,
am I
I'm.
awake? Am I awake too?
Yep, you are. You would be looking
okay.
around. You would be pretty confused at this point.
Yeah. So I'm like, does anybody know where we are?
Here's a question. Do I know anything about where we're at?
No, you only know that Neep Zibbler is your master.
For now, master.
Yes.
Okay.
All I remember was I was on my way on a mission, and then I woke up here.
So, do you remember anything before that?
Yeah, I remember everything that happened before that, but it's strange that I have no recollection of being captured or coming here.
I don't seem to remember anything, actually.
Query.
I don't
Does this
remember.
affect your movement? Because we probably should be moving.
Okay, all right, let's run ye asses off. Okay, let's go. I don't know where I am, but I don't like it, so let's get the heck out of here. After you guys.
Jeff, do you want to do
Mockery.
anything?
What a astute observation. We should be moving now.
Wait,
pretty
are
sure
we
this
allowed
is
to
this
cuss?
is a starship, right?
Yeah. You would recognize this as a starship.
Okay.
Are we allowed to cuss in this game?
You can, yes.
Okay.
Then if it looks, yeah, if I'm familiar with it, then yeah, I'd probably follow the Jawa to get out of here.
Do do d- do I notice that I'm missing like my equipment and whatnot? Like I don't have my lightsaber and
Yep.
everything.
All you have is the clothes on you, and it has a number on it. If you look down at your chest, you'll see that your number says J-71182.
What is my number? Oh, sorry. What is my
That's
number?
fair. You would see your number says T-11827. And then we'll just go around. Tog, you would see yours is I-81217. And Strike, you would see yours is H-21781. But you
I'm
guys
gonna
do not have any of your gear.
can is there any kind of like roll that you'd like me to make to see if I can kind of like infer what these letters mean at the beginning of our numbers? 'Cause as a player, I think I've
Sure.
narrowed it down, but I don't know if that's allowed for me to just kind of like
Yeah, you could do an intelligence check. You roll me a d20
and
then
add
your intelligence modifier.
absolutely. Go ahead and do that. D20. That would be a 12.
Nice. Okay. So from that, I would say that that's good. So you're pretty observant. You look around and you see lots of instruments, and you see lots of looks like very expensive equipment. You see medical instruments on tables, and by the smells of the chemicals in the Bacta, I think you would probably assume that maybe some research was going on here, and by the
Yes.
fact that you all have numbers on it, you might infer that you guys being in the tubes might have been subjects. You would infer that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Sounds-
kind of like not like bring it up, but I am gonna kind of like start ushering everybody. I'm gonna be like I don't know where we are, or what we're doing here, but the Jawa seems to have an understanding of where we are. We should absolutely follow the Jawa. Does anyone speak Jawa? No? Oh man.
I have no idea.
Master Luke always told me I should broaden my horizons with new languages.
Suddenly,
I would say, can we all go?
All I
getting
know is I was on
nervous.
my my second Tatooine sunburn and everything just went black. I don't remember anything.
at that, you suddenly hear a voice booming over what seems to be an audio system, a speaker system, and it says, "Warning! Hyperspace sequence lock engaged. Current trajectory will result in impact upon initiation in 1 hour. Thank you."
Okay, so I'm gonna look over at this guy that I think knows what he's talking about, you Armand, and I'm gonna say, do you have any idea what that means?
Yes, it means that in an hour, if we don't stop the hyperdrive from turning on, we are going to die.
Do you know where the hyperdrive is? Have you ever been on a ship like this before?
I'm gonna assume that I have not been on a ship like this before, Dungeon Master. Is that an accurate assumption?
I would think
Ooh-ah,
that you were
ooh-ah.
traveling the stars,
Oh, yeah, that's
looking
true.
for things. So you have been on starships before.
Also,
Um,
I need to know how to roll for translations.
Oh yeah. So you're just gonna
a D20.
yeah, and you're gonna roll a d20, and you're gonna add your intelligence modifier, and you need to hit 15. So you're gonna add your intelligence modifier to your roll. If you get it, then you have that language forever.
No,
You only need to do
forever.
it once. You can do it. You can roll as soon as you hear a new language for the first time. But
Oh, that's pretty cool.
if you fail, then you have to fail to translate effectively, or say you can't.
I'm gonna say something.
And then you can try again.
Thorian.
Okay, well, I'm gonna roll twice then to try to translate. You've got to text me whatever you say.
Oh, wait, so can I finish what I was saying to to Armand?
Of course.
Okay. Have you ever been on a ship like this before?
Maybe not these exact specifications, but I've spent a large amount of my youth on spacecrafts, so
Translation.
Do you know where this
As my master is
hyperdrive
trying to
may be?
say, but we need to hurry on.
Do you know where this hyperdrive may be and how we get there?
I think the Jawa seems to know where we need to go. I think we should trust the Jawa. I'm not sensing any ill will
Jawa,
here.
can you
Mockery.
show us where to go?
Oh, does that seem to make sense now? Oh, oh joy. Now we may finally make progress.
Yes, I would like to get out of here as soon as possible. Can
There's
you
only
please lead the way?
one door out of the room.
I believe the Athorian also wished to say something.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Oh yeah. Oh, I would
You gotta text me. Text me.
I sent it to you on Roll20.
Oh, I've got to figure out how to read that on Roll20.
Just look in the chat window.
There's chat windows?
Where do you think the roll comes into?
A roll window? Oh. So I'll roll to. Translation.
I don't think this-
Observation. It seems that I could not translate that correctly. Maybe another time.
The world may never know.
Yeah.
Do you want to describe his body language in some way, if you want?
Yeah, I'll kind of motion like pilot, like piloting like a starship, or piloting in some way, and pointing at the Jawa, and try to start ushering everyone out as well.
Great.
Real quick timeout.
Sure.
I'm looking at my phone and it's really blurry. Is it like that does everybody else, is that just my phone or is that like how it is?
I will check as well. Okay.
I'm looking on a web browser and it looks fine.
I'm on my phone.
Yeah,
It
looks fine over here.
Yeah.
It looks like
Yeah.
like super. Oh, I don't know if you can tell, but it's
that's
like,
your refresh rate. Yeah, sometimes it happens with me on my cell phone too. If
Yeah.
you're using a computer, it works better.
It's
Yeah.
still like super blurry. Is that, as long as it's my phone?
It's
That's
just
fine.
your phone.
Or it's
You're
just
good
your
at it.
eyes.
It's just a phone. Could be your eyes.
I
Sure.
just wanted to make sure that everybody else was getting a good quality picture.
I appreciate
Yes,
that, Emily.
experience.
All right.
Much better. Okay.
So-
Sorry.
So looking at the door, the panel is not damaged, but the door is shut.
I'm gonna just go ahead and take the initiative and walk over to the door and see if I can't get it open.
I'm gonna stand behind him, but like with my back up against the side of the door, just in case something busts through. I'm not right there in the way because I feel kind of nervous because I don't know what's going on, and this is
Sure.
all making me very anxious right now.
Sure.
And
And anytime. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
I was saying, at any time, if you're worried about what might be on the other side of a door, or if you're worried that there might be something sneaky or like an ambush, you can roll a spot check. Spot is essentially the same thing as perception, a perception roll. And you can activate those anytime you want. You just ask for it and you just roll it.
Oh, okay. Well, can I do that?
You can go ahead and roll a d20. Do you have? I believe you have skill in that.
While she's doing that, I wanna
Open the door.
as I'm like looking at the door, kind of like fumbling around with it. I want to tell everybody else, keep your eyes peeled for where they may be keeping all of our belongings. I can't lose my lightsaber.
So you open the
That's-
door. The door opens. It goes. Shh. It opens, and on the other side, you see a hallway, and as you step out into the hallway, each of you, if you look to the right, you see the hallway goes on for a little while, a couple meters, and then it branches off into two separate hallways. But at the end of the hallway is a shut door, and that door is damaged. You can see sparks coming out of the panel. When you turn your heads to the left, you see a longer hallway. The hallway goes on to the left at the very end, and that door is also damaged. But this door is erratically slamming shut and opening at random intervals. And along that hallway, you see a series of doors on both sides. You see 6 doors on each side. And the lights are flickering on and off. And then you see down near the end of the hallway, near the shut door, you see a body slumped over.
Oh. Oh, that's not good.
I'm gonna rush over to the body and see if I can check it for like any signs of life.
Sure.
I'm gonna follow him, see if this person is okay or not.
Did you roll for your spot check, Emily?
I tried to, but I don't think I can.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not letting me. Because
Not letting
I'm
you
bad
roll?
at technology.
Oh. Does somebody want to roll for Emily? So, all right. Well,
Translation: everyone is dead. We must keep moving.
That's why I'm
Oh,
not rolling
master.
for it.
Always on the move.
Okay, I agree. We should GTFO.
I'm going to say there's been enough time, and that's has succeeded. So what you see is that the panels in the door to all the doors in the hallway are not damaged.
Okay,
you
so
do-
I'm gonna look over at. I'm sorry, Armand. What is your name in the game again?
Oh, I'm gonna assume that you're asking my character his name and go.
Yes.
My name is Doran Vorld.
I'm sorry. What?
You can just call me Doran. No one likes my last
Doran.
name. It's fine.
Okay. It's a beautiful name. My memory. I fear I will not be able to remember it. All right, Doran. Crap, I already
Yes.
forgot. Doran. Would you be able to lead the way and show us where to go to find this, wherever we need to go?
You know what? With the week I've had, I really don't care. I say just let this thing go down.
Okay, well, you can do that. We're going to go this way
I'm
and
gonna
save our asses.
I'm gonna turn around and look at Strike and go, if death is really your wish, you can seek that out on your own. But I will not. I will not let your death wish become mine.
Same.
So be it, my friends.
So when Doran goes over to the body, he sees that the person has been stabbed, apparently, by some sort of energy weapon through the chin, and the wound came out the top of the head, but it's been carcerated.
So he was
Cauterized
stabbed in the chest and it came out his head? Is that what you said?
Chin.
under his chin.
Oh, chin.
Yep,
I'm
through his
sorry.
head, and he is very dead. Is there anything else you wish to do with him other than
I feel like
examine him?
I have this weird feeling that I can save him. I think I can fix it. I don't know what it is, but something is just telling me that I can save this guy.
I believe in you.
Almost like maybe like a past life, maybe
Yeah, maybe.
from a galaxy far, far away.
A long time ago.
Am I able to like reach out with the Force to see if I can like feel if there are any other people on this starship with us?
Do you have control?
I
Is
do
one
have
of your-
control. Yes.
do?
I
No
do
way.
have control.
I don't believe you.
All right,
I'm
only
looking at my
stall-
Force feast. It says Force sensitive and control.
and I'm only stalling. No, do you have sense? I mean, sorry.
Oh no, I do not have sense.
Okay, then
I
no,
have
you
control.
cannot.
Okay. So I guess that also means that I couldn't use the force to see if I could find our stuff. I want to okay. I'm gonna look at the group and go. We definitely need to find the hyperdrive and stop it from going off. But we should also see if we can't find our belongings.
One other thing that the Twi'lek notices while looking around the room, is that 4 of the rooms are labeled, and one of the rooms label matches the label on her clothing. But
The
she
label
has
on
noticed this.
the Twi'lek.
Yeah, the Twi'lek notices this because she did
Okay.
a spot. That would be you, Emily.
I noticed what? I'm sorry. I was
It's
writing your
okay.
name down, so I just forgot.
Oh, that's awesome. So, it's good that you did that. You notice that the 4 of the rooms have outside their doors labels on them, and the labels match, or at least one of the labels matches the label that's the number that's on your shirt.
Oh. Okay. So,
But you're the only one who sees that and notices that at this point.
okay. So I am going to look at everybody else and I'm going to be like, does anybody else notice that our names are on these doors or our code is on these doors? Do you guys see this?
Now that she's brought that to our attention, like, do I notice are the rest of our assigned numbers on these doors as well?
Uh-huh.
I would
Yep.
immediately like to go to my door and open it to see what's inside.
Okay, you open the door, the panel. You type some buttons on the panel, and the door opens, and inside you see a bed, and otherwise the room's very simple. But there is a storage locker.
Absolutely, go open that storage locker.
You open the storage locker, and you find all the belongings that you previously had, including your Jedi cloak,
Wonderful.
your lightsaber.
Perfect. I switch it on and then switch it back off just to make sure it's still working.
Would you like to
As
make
I
the
double,
noises?
yes.
I'm sorry. You also find your boots, your comlink, and as you pick up your robes, a bunch of fruit and nuts fall out of the pockets.
My food. Oh yes.
And then you
wonderful.
find your standard blaster pistol as well.
Perfect. I fix that. Put my cloak back on, and I leave the room. And I tell the rest of the group, I believe whatever these rooms are were meant for us. My belongings were in my room, so you all may find your belongings in the room associated with the numbers on your chests.
I'm going to go into my room. Dorn, would you care to accompany me so that I'm not by myself, just in case someone is to come up behind me?
Absolutely. I'm assuming my empathy, my skills in empathy, I can feel her like fear almost.
Mm-hmm. I would say so.
I'm gonna look at her and go, absolutely. If my presence would put you at ease, and then I just kind of like
Thank
stand
you.
in the doorway.
Thank
Okay.
you very much. I appreciate it. Okay,
So-
so I walk in the room and I open my.
So he went in. Who went in first?
I went in first. He went in behind
Okay.
me.
As you open the door, you take a step in, and a person falls on you from the side who was leaning on the side, and they go, "Ugh!" And they land on your body.
Don't like that.
I wanna
Okay.
I wanna go and grab this person and kind of like hold him up, not like angrily, but just kind of like support him up.
He says, "Oh God!" You can see he's injured. He's got 2 stab wounds, similar to
Oh.
the one you saw with the person who was seemingly stabbed with an energy weapon through the head.
I help him over to the
He
bed
says,
to kind of like sit him down.
God! Oh God! Who are you? Please don't hurt me. Please."
No, I've no intention of hurting you, but where are we? Do you know where this is?
Oh God! Yeah, we're over Teth. This is an Imperial research vessel. Oh God. I.
Research.
Everything's
What do you mean? Were they
everything's-
researching on us?
dark. Yeah. Are you're the subjects that were in the tubes. Oh God.
Is there anyone left? What do they
I
want
don't-
from us? What is happening?
I don't know. We were attacked.
By
This
who?
this
Who
person with
attacked you?
a red blade. Here I'm not feeling good.
Have
Everything's
they
dizzy.
left? Are they still here?
Everything's spinning. I please here. He takes out of his pocket a data card and a credit chip, and he extends his arm as he falls to the ground, reaching out. He says, please take this. Take this, somebody." And
I'll reach over. I'll reach out and grab it.
this, please take this to my family on Poreen.
How do
It
we
look-
help you? What can we do?
Family name's Trident. Please make sure they get it. They need to get off planet.
Is there a medical bay here? Can we take you to the medical bay and assist you in any kind of way?
And then he slumps over.
Observation. Oh, silly one. This meat bag is already gone.
And you can sense, Armand, that he's no longer alive.
Strike's gonna pop his head in and say, "Was that guy in your storage locker? What kind of sick crap are you into, man?"
I have no idea. I don't even know what's going on. I've never seen any of this before. What is happening here?
Doran kind of like turns like off to the side and is like muttering to himself, going, "Perrine, Teth, red blade, red blade. This isn't good.
What?
This isn't good at all." I'm gonna turn around and go,
What is-
"We need to stop this hyperdrive and we need to get off of this ship immediately."
Yes, I agree. Now, I don't even care about what's in my storage locker. Okay, maybe just a little bit. Let's grab that real quick and go.
Okay, you open your storage locker and you find a set of spacer's clothes, your boots. You find a pair of combat gloves, 2 med packs, comlink, and a cloak, some glow rods, and some rations.
That's pretty sweet. Okay, everybody go grab your stuff and let's get the hell out of here. Dorn, can you take us to where the hyperdrive is?
Strike's gonna open up his locker and get his equipment.
Okay.
I'm gonna approach the Jawa and say, my little friend, do you know the layout of the ship well? Could you get us to the hyperdrive?
Do I know the way there to where that is? Have I explored enough of the ship? Okay.
Yeah, you've seen the whole ship. So the hyperdrive you would know is back in the engine room, and you would know that the nav computer is on the bridge.
Translation.
Okay, can you take us there now?
There you go.
Wait,
Can
I
we
want to
get
see
out
my
of here?
equipment. Wait.
So
Wait.
I have to
wait.
get my stuff too.
Strike finds his clothes, his boots, and his blaster pistol. He doesn't have much else in there. And he looks for credits, but there's none there.
All right,
I'm gonna
everybody,
go,
let's
try and
Let's
take a
get
look.
out of here.
Tog Cdod goes into the room that has a number matching his on his shirt. He looks in the storage locker and finds his gear as well. He finds stalling. He finds his clothes, his boots. He finds an Ithorian translator. He finds his cane. He stares at it rather lovingly. He finds his cloak. He finds his consumable liquid cable launcher and 5 glow rods and his comlink.
I'm going to strap on the Dorian translator.
Strap on. Sorry.
I'm going to use it
Okay,
to
I thought it was
penetrate the language barrier. And
Oh, I love it too much.
Thrust
does
yourself into the
everybody have
conversation.
everything? Can we go?
At this time, you hear the voice come over the intercom again. It says, "Oh, speaking of which, we had an object redemption. If in case you don't know, if you're a viewer and you redeem an object from as one of the items from our store, we will drop an object into the game. The object dropped into the game is Chombo. So thank you very much for
There
putting
was
an
also
object
XP
from another
redemption.
game that I love so much into this one. It will not be on the ship because, well, I guess it could be on the
There's
ship.
an extra
All right,
room.
we'll see. Okay.
Yeah, there was also an XP redemption earlier.
Oh, was it XP? Who got the XP?
Mhm.
Sorry, guys. I am admittedly struggling a little bit to keep up with everything.
Tog got
You're doing
the
fine,
XP
man.
boost.
You're doing a great job, Chris.
Oh, I love you
I'm
guys. You
loving
guys
it.
are
And a
awesome.
one-liner,
All
which
right,
I'll be
so
doing soon
the
too.
voice comes over and it says,
You're awesome.
"You said a one-liner, awesome." All right. So the voice comes over and it says, "Warning, hyperspace sequence lock engaged. Current trajectory will result in impact upon initiation in 45 minutes."
That took
Thank
Okay,
you.
at this point, I'm freaking out.
And then you hear a
And
slam. Bam!
I
The doors at the
run
end of the
over to
hallway
door-
slam together again. And then
What'd you
open.
say? I'm sorry.
The doors at the end of the hall that are radically slamming and opening, they slam particularly loudly.
Okay, so I'm like, what the hell is happening, Dorn? Can you please show us how to get out of here?
I'm gonna put my
Translation. Apparently, my master has a bad feeling about this.
What is your name again, Matt?
Neep.
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 Meek?
Neep. Neep.
Neep. Okay. And what's your name, Erm?
I am 3RM, protocol droid, at your service.
3RM. Okay.
Or at least my master's service.
I'm gonna put my hand on the Twi'lek's shoulder and go, please, you must calm yourself. Panicking will serve us not at all. Trust me, I have no intention of dying today. Stick with us and everything will work out, I assure you.
And at this moment,
You're talking to me?
down the hallway, there is a loud sound. It goes, and it comes. The doors quickly open at the end of the hallway, where if you're looking through, you can see there appears to be the refresher, also aka toilet, and out comes a large chicken-like animal, about the size of Doran, and it comes running down the hall towards you guys.
I'm gonna grab Dorn and go, what the fuck is that?
It's coming right for us.
Draws his weapon.
I'm gonna just go, I have no idea. This is beyond bizarre.
Can I roll a piloting check on it?
No, I don't think you can roll piloting. But if you wanted to, you're an Ithorian who would be very closely related to nature, and you could roll an intelligence check to see if you get a sense for the intents or feelings of the animal, if you want.
Okay.
Something
Could I
like that.
use my ride blurg skill to attempt to tame him?
You could, yeah. Do you? Absolutely. But I think that's so you could try to ride him with that, but that doesn't really help you with taming. Taming, you're looking for a skill like handle animal, which Emily does have.
Tame
I
that
have
fool.
what?
I got a 14.
Handle animal is one of your skills, Emily.
Oh, so I can like talk to animals or
Yeah,
handle
well-
them?
Yeah, you can calm them, things like that. You
Oh,
can make them
okay.
your pets if you level that up more.
Oh, I love it.
I thought you might appreciate that. Go ahead.
Yeah.
And then so Todd
I do
Cdod
very
was gonna roll. Did he roll?
Yeah,
You did.
14.
Now you add your intelligence modifier to that, which is help me out.
1.
1, so it's 14.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely good enough. So you would recognize that this animal is afraid, and but not attempting to hurt you, almost running to you because it's happy to see someone who's not scary.
Okay, so after my initial freak out, is it okay if I go over to him and I'm like, hey, little buddy or big buddy, and I start petting him and like kind of calming him down?
Sure. Go ahead and roll for handle animal. You're gonna add
can't.
your rank to that.
You can't roll. It won't let me. It's like I don't know if it's frozen or what's happening. I tried to refresh it, but nothing is working right now.
Can someone volunteer to roll for Emily tonight?
Sure, I'll go ahead and give it a roll. Am I just rolling
I
a
would,
d20?
but my roll
Yeah, just
I
a
sucks.
would, but I'm
D20.
doing everything
Um,
else.
You
Gotta-
rolled
You got an 18. Plus
That's
whatever
two
you
to
you.
that.
add to
That's
it.
that's a 20. It's not a natural 20, but that's as good as it gets.
Every
So
time you
real
roll for
quick
me, Adam, it's like a -0.
before you do
terrible.
that, or as you attempt to pet the animal, do you want to do anything, Jeff, with your roll that you had received? You had succeeded in recognizing those things.
No, I just won't be. Try not to be aggressive towards it.
Sure. Okay. So the Twi'lek decides to try to stop the animal with her hands gently, seeming to just have a natural affinity for this, and almost her hands almost seem to know what they're doing already, even though she doesn't remember having been able to do this or having any skill in this. But she's able to soothe the animal, and the animal goes from going to and it seems to be
Oh,
calm,
that's a good buddy.
and it nuzzles her. And
Oh, I'm gonna
does
nuzzle him back.
does Strike still want to try to ride it?
Commentary. Oh, great.
You're damn
Now
right.
we have a big, fluffy thing with us now.
Go ahead and roll for that.
You're right.
Driscoll, I believe the
ride
sound
skill.
was.
I imagine Chombo sounds more like a turkey in this particular scene.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say anything about the fact that you were making turkey noises, but you know, it's a game. We're in space. Fuck it, whatever.
That's right. This
That's a
is a space opera.
13.
You got 13. God, you have so many skills. Okay, so you add 2 to that. So that's, and then you also add your dexterity bonus to that. So that's definitely more than a success. So your character, once he sees it's calm, Strike decides to just climb on its back, and Chombo. Well, we don't know its name. We'll just call it Chombo. Okay, we'll just for the sake of naming it. We'll call it
Something
Chombo.
is
So
telling me its
something's
name
telling
is
me its
Chombo.
name is
I don't know.
Chombo.
I don't know why, but something
is telling me its name is Chombo. So he climbs on its back, and the Chombo goes, and it calms, and surprisingly lets Strike sit on his back. And Strike seems to be very comfortable back there, and feels in complete control. And then the doors slam again, bam, at the end of the hallway, slam shut again, and open slowly.
And I'm gonna go back to freaking out and go, oh my god, can we please get to wherever this hyperdrive place is?
Warning: hyperspace sequence lock engaged. Current trajectory will result in impact upon initiation in 30 minutes.
This is
Thank
like
you.
the
God.
shortest 15 goddamn minutes of our lives.
I know, right?
Do you
I'm
guys
gonna-
do you
Does
guys know what
anybody
it
know
feels
what
like?
to do here?
Do you know what it feels like to be put in stasis with a hangover? It doesn't go away.
I'd imagine, yeah, I was just about to say, I'd imagine the
God.
Oh,
Do
that's
I know where the
gotta
escape
suck.
pods are?
Yeah, they're. You would know that they're back the other way, away from the slamming door, but you would have already tried that and realized that the doors were damaged. And being a mechanic you are, you would have also noticed that there's no power going to that system.
Oh,
So I'm gonna resume talking to my short little Jawa friend here. Mr. Jawa, if you would be so kind as to lead us towards the hyperdrive so that we may
attempt to
die.
not die.
Just to let you know, there's been a couple XPs given.
So now you would know that the door to the engines is inaccessible. We got people. How many? So we got XP for IC while you're mentioning it. HK 3RM.
Doran?
3RM got some. Oh, and then Doran got some XP.
Yeah.
So
Thanks,
anyone popping into
Thanks,
the stream,
guys.
you can give our players XP, and you can also take away their XP if you're feeling particularly cruel.
Oh, that's mean. That's so mean.
So
is
you
it
would
still
you would
50? Is it still 50?
no, I'm doing 10% of what you need to level, so it's 10.
Oh,
right
okay.
now.
And change that.
I should have
Translation.
mentioned that.
There is no power to the
Hello?
escape pods. The doors to the engines isn't working.
Are you guys
No
there?
power.
Yeah, yes, we are.
And I think anybody who's flown a ship would know that the bridge is in the opposite direction of the engines.
Oh no.
Could I use my piloting skill to see if I can get this ship on the right course?
Once you make it to the bridge.
Okay.
Hey, you guys.
So there's
Hang
there's really only so there are the doors in the hallway that are open, are unlocked, and then the only other way to go, there's another door across from the original research room you came from, but that is in the middle. It's not going towards the opposite end of the ship. So the only door that's at the opposite end of the ship is the one that's slamming shut and opening erratically.
Yeah, I think we need to take a moment to look in chat real quick. Just 2 minutes, 3 minutes.
Okay, we have songs for Neep. It looks
Hello?
like. The one-liner we had before, right? Oh, that was already gone. Did we already use the one-liner, Nat? Was that? I got a bad feeling
We
about
did the
this.
one-liner already.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And so there's a sing for Neep.
Driscoll says, due to existing fate chips, Star Wars campaign will reboot since players failed to exit ship on time.
Yeah.
We might be there.
Okay, so Neep. Wait, is there something else you think we should be noting other than you guys are on fire tonight? This chat is flying. You guys are awesome. Hope you're having fun.
Yeah, right?
She says stop. Priya says
So-
stop. Tech difficulties. This isn't tech difficulties. We just stopped. Oh wait, are we having tech difficulties? Are you saying
Oh.
something?
We all got shifted around on the stream.
Uh oh.
Oh,
Okay.
do we?
Oh yeah, we did.
That's hilarious.
Oh, we
So-
absolutely did. That is one technical difficulty.
So while we're waiting for the technique, if you guys can hear us well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys, does anybody else want to do anything in this hallway? Well, we'll just stretch time a minute here while we have the tech difficulties and allow you guys to do something else in this hallway if you wish. There are things you could do. You could use search skill. You could search things. You could use your spot skill. You could go and look in one of the other rooms. There's the one across from the one you came in, and then there's at the end of the hall. You guys would see the one door that Neep pointed to when he was talking about the engines, and then there's two smaller doors next to those. One of them is where Chombo came out. It was the refresher. The other one hasn't opened.
Which area is this? Just like a
We're still in the hallway.
hallway of just random rooms.
Yeah, well, these are the lodgings rooms, like the
Legends.
dormitories, for the people on the ship and the subjects in this case.
I see.
Yeah. I'm down with going to go try the other door.
Okay, the one across. So when you open the door, you see it's mostly stocked full of large crates, and you can see some of the crates have been open and they have expensive research equipment. But as you look around the room, you do see a small storage container, very small, like almost a personal size one on a table just inside the door.
Great.
I'm gonna
Can I search
check it out.
the research material?
Oh, the machines, yeah, sure. So you look at the machines; they look pretty fancy, but they look like things
no,
used to
I
test
thought-
different things. Oh, as far no,
Okay.
it's not
I-
like research data or
research.
anything. It's just
No.
equipment. And what were you saying, Jeff?
I said I'll go check out the small one.
So
The thing on the
you
table.
you open the box and it's not locked, and inside you
Oh
find.
no, it's frozen again. Can you guys
Fine.
hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. At least
Yeah.
I hear you.
I can hear you.
You find a couple energy cells and a glow rod. But otherwise, the room just seems to be a storage room. Nothing too exciting. You see vents, and you being relatively intelligent, you've noticed this. There are a number of vents on the ship. There was a vent in the room you first started with. There was a vent in the hallway, and there's a vent in this room as well.
Okay. Is that uncommon for these types of ships?
They have to have vents to
Yeah.
circulate the air around the ship.
Can you guys hear me?
What's up, video
Mhm.
game mermaid? Nice to see you.
I can hear you.
I don't know what's going on with my signal, but it keeps saying there's a poor network connection and it keeps freezing you guys. Can you hear me?
I hear
Yeah.
you
I hear
just
you.
fine, Emily.
Okay. And it keeps saying connection is lost.
Hmm.
So
Well,
I just had Nat look at it, and sorry about that. It might be going in and out. So
You're
it
okay.
wouldn't be a Thursday night D&D campaign if we didn't had technical difficulties.
I think
Hey,
that's
the
probably
first
true.
the first
usually,
episode of every
We
single
used to
one
give
of
out
our
chips
streams.
for that, don't we?
Oh, I've given them out. Don't you worry.
I gotta say, I feel like this has been relatively tech issue, low levels of tech
don't
issues.
jinx it. Don't jinx it.
I'm knocking on
Don't
things. I'm knocking on the things.
Someone go
Okay.
get the door.
Other than that,
Okay.
like morphing with his background, it seems to be going pretty good.
So, all right. Nat, are we good tech wise? Are we ready to proceed?
Oh, you
To the
guys
best of my
first,
ability,
man.
yep.
Crap.
Okay. So,
Can you
Yes.
guys hear me?
yeah, we
Mhm.
hear you fine, Emily. I think it's just your video's cutting out on
Yeah,
you.
you have not cut out once on our side.
Can
I
you
don't
hear
think
us
she can.
fine, Emily? Oh no, that's no good. I can hear that door really well. So a door opens.
Someone doing construction? God damn.
And with your help, we can get enough money from subs to buy some WD-40.
Yeah.
Drop those primes, boys.
Yeah, we need those prime subs because obviously the budget here is just
Really good,
shoestring at
right?
best.
All right. So now I guess you guys left the storage room and you're back. Are you guys still in that storage room, or did you guys head back to the hallway?
Yeah, we're out in the hallway. We're watching the door go boom, 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 boom,
Yep.
boom, boom.
That's right. So what do you guys want to do? Let's start with Matt's character.
You're gonna have to
Oh my
catch me up
God, that would
because
be
I was
hard.
not here.
Okay, it's cool. So they're all still in the hallway. They checked out the storage room. They haven't told you what they saw in there, but you came back and they don't look too excited. So I think you could probably infer that they didn't find anything of particular interest. The chicken is still there. Strike is on top of the chicken. Last time I checked, the unnamed Twi'lek is still hanging out with Chombo as well, giving some snuggles. And Tog, CDOD, and HK3RM just came out of that
Okay,
storage
does this
room.
ship have like a hangar on it? Like, okay.
It does not. You would know that there's a hallway. There's the two storage rooms that are across from each other. One of them had the stasis pods. You know the engines in the back of the ship. You know in the back of the ship also is the refresher and the food synthesizer. And then you would know that through the next door, which you were able to access all the rooms except for the bridge and the engine from the vents. You would know that through the next door is the rec room that has the main computer system, and you also would know that beyond that is the
Okay,
bridge.
so pretty much the bridge is the only thing that's really accessible. That's of any use to us at this point. Okay.
Yeah, assuming you can get there.
While I'm typing in my words, Driscoll just subbed for I think his 3-month anniversary.
What?
If I remember correctly.
Dang, Driscoll, thanks, man.
And Jen Washitashi wants to know if we can put Adam in every display window as opposed to the 2 that he's in now. Or he's just asking for one more Billy.
Just one more.
wait, what
One more
happened?
Billy, please.
Oh, jeez. No,
I
had
thought
no
you
idea I
knew.
was dealing with the other thing. I didn't even see that.
I think he's chanting one more Billy now. He's Strike in this one. He's Billy in the other stream. You have to wait for season 3 or season 2. Season 2 to get Billy again. Until then, you get Strike, and that's it.
Billy's on a vacation far away.
Very nice.
Come around and talk it over.
Okay. So Neep is thinking about what to do. Dor and Vorl, do you want to do anything? from the hallway here?
I would like to get the group moving towards. I'm assuming you've said that most everything that we need to do could be done from the bridge. So I
Mhm.
want to try. I want to try to get everyone. I believe we should get to the bridge as fast as possible to see if we can't stop this ship from crashing into something.
Sure.
Well, so we gotta do something about that door first. I'm not trying to fit through that door.
It appears to be slamming more often and more quickly and erratically now.
And that's-
is there like a control panel or anything there?
The control panel right next to the door is damaged.
Could we try to repair it?
You could if you have significant repair skill and you have time. It will take some time to repair that.
I would like to use my lightsaber to cut enough of the door away so that way we can move through it safely.
Okay. So you take out your lightsaber, ignite it. It is a beautiful what color?
Yellow.
Yellow color. You take it up to the door and you stick it out and wait for the door to slam shut, and then as it does, you move it as quickly as you can, and you do slice a large chunk of the door out. So now when it's slamming shut, the bottom 2/3 of one side of it is now gone, so you can go through that side unhindered.
Everyone just be careful. We can make it through this doorway. Just stick to the side that I've cut out.
As you walk through the door, you can see more clearly into the next room, which looks like this on the screen. Which you see, if you can't see it on screen, you see a main computer in the middle of the room. You see the Zarek table on the far end. Sitting at the Zarek table, slumped over, is another crew member. This crew member is wearing a different uniform. One that you would all probably recognize as being one of someone of a higher status. That uniform, and then across from that person are sitting at what appear to be some sensor arrays or sensor systems, are two other crew members slumped over. They all appear to have the same sort of cauterized energy weapon wounds, and they're all dead.
And am I able to put like 2 and 2 together from what the one person told us with the red blade and see all these?
Yeah, you would presume that this is from a lightsaber.
How far away are we from the bridge, my Jawa friend?
Oh, and straight ahead, you would see a door that would lead to the bridge, but it appears to be two. It appears to be the main door, and the blast door was shut in front of it as well. So it's.
I'd imagine the blast door would be a little too much to cut through.
Okay, well, I'm just going to reference episode 1 and Qui-Gon Jinn with the double set of blast doors. It didn't stop him, so I'm just going to.
It didn't stop him, but it took some time. If memory serves.
Yeah, like poke through and.
Is there a computer?
So I'm going to go ahead and at least try and get that process started. So I'm just going to go ahead and go up to it, saber into the door, and let it just start to heat the metal so I can move it more easily.
As Doran shoves his lightsaber into the double blast doors, sparks start flying, and he's twisting and turning it, and the metal around it is starting to lighten in color, and pieces are starting to chunk off, but only on the outer level. But he can tell that it's starting to do what he intended it for it to do, and he knows that if he waits long enough, it will eventually melt this door big enough for them to be able to get through. But it will take some time.
All right. So at this point, I want to do a recitation, and then I want you to recite the last timer that was playing.
That's fine, because I was just about to do it anyway. It was about to come up and do another reminder. Warning! Hyperspace sequence lock engaged. Current trajectory will result in impact upon initiation in 25 minutes.
Is that the new one or the one that I said?
That's the new one.
Okay. Then I'm going to respond with amendment 25 minutes. I meant 25 minutes.
So what is Strike doing right now?
Is there a computer?
There is in the
Can
middle of the
I
room.
Can I try hacking the computer? Open up the doors.
So so I'm gonna look at your sheet real quick. I'm gonna also hear what Strike's gonna be doing right now.
Once we're in, I want to take a seat at the controls.
So the only place you can sit. There's 2 seats in front of the sensor systems that are occupied by dead bodies, and then there's room next to the dead guy at the Dejar table if you want to sit with him. He's the guy with the slightly different uniform.
Whatever I think is the main controls of the ship.
So the main controls are in the bridge, which are behind the double blast doors that Doran Voralt is currently trying to open with his lightsaber.
All right, then the Strike's just going to wait for that.
Okay. So I'm looking at your sheet now real quick. So HK3RM goes over to the computer and he starts typing in the systems.
Is that a +7?
What? On your so you have a computer use. You have rank 4 plus your intelligence. So yeah, you get a +7 to that. That's actually really good for you. Okay, so you as you fire up the computer system, you see a number of options pop up that you can access. You see the option to you see a number of options, but it says system locked. Insert code cylinder. Now you being a droid with considerable computer use knowledge would know that you could hack this system. Do you want to try to do that? Is that what you said you wanted to do, right?
Yes, and
Okay,
I
so
rolled a 20 for that.
You roll a 20. Wow. Okay. So you successfully hack the system, and when you do, a whole bunch of options pop up. The first option is to the opportunity to download the ship schematics. The second option is to unlock the bridge and engine doors. Actually, it's unlock all doors on the ship. Sorry. And then the third option is to redirect power. Current power is being directed. You see it at 90% going to the engines, 0% going to shields, 10% going to life support, 0% to the pods, escape pods, and 0% to weapons. And you also see 2 officer logs in there. And you being having rolled so well, you also detect a deleted communication, but you'll have to do some additional hacking activities in order to access that if you want.
Okay. First,
you said you wanted to open the. You said you wanted to.
Yeah. First, I'm gonna open up the doors.
Okay, so you activate. You type some buttons in, and suddenly the door that Doran Vort is currently shoving his lightsaber into suddenly opens. Both doors open.
Ah. Okay. Well, I guess that was a little easier than what I was doing. Thank you, my metallic friend.
And behind you, the erratically shutting doors stop erratically shutting.
Expletive. Master, you should probably take a look at this. Some of these things may be quite useful.
So I believe that he is occupied. So
yeah. So pretty much with that, what was there? Download schematics. I'm definitely gonna download the ship's map.
Okay, so you now have access to the ship's map. You download it to your own system, your internal systems, and you also see it show up. It's in a holograph form on top above the computer, so everyone can see it. You can all now see the back of the ship is where the engines were, as I described previously to Nat. Back there is the refresher and the food synthesizer. You see the 2 storage areas. One of them is where you guys came from. You see the main hallway with all the dormitory rooms. You see this main rec room, and you see the bridge. You also see the 2 guns, exterior guns, gun wells near the bridge. The doors are open to those, but no one's using them. Is there anything else you want to do on the computer?
I I want to know my intelligence of what would happen.
That's 16. It's pretty good.
Yeah, if I took power away from the engines.
That would be so it would ultimately result in less velocity for the ship.
We wouldn't just fly everywhere and like
No, it would just make it
tear
go
the
slower.
ship apart.
It would just go slower.
So can I just reduce engines to 0?
You could.
So that would mean literally no more
Stopping
timer.
the ship. No, because the hyperdrive is still activated.
Okay.
Hey, trash can, why don't you focus on getting that hyperdrive fixed and I'll pilot this thing.
So yeah, when the bridge doors open, you guys see the bridge, and you see four seats in the bridge area, main area, and then there's 2 seats right behind them. So 4 seats right near the front of the bridge, and then 2 near right by the door. And then you see in there, Tog, Cdod, and Strike would immediately recognize the nav computer in there, and they would recognize the comm system, and they would recognize the 2 front seats are the pilot seats. You guys also see that the accelerator for the ship is in the full position.
Okay.
But it's damaged. It's been sliced off, so it can't be pushed backwards.
Well, I'm gonna reduce engines to 0.
Okay. So you reduce you type some stuff into the computer to reduce the engines down to 0, but the system responds saying that the engines cannot be reduced below 50%.
Makes
So
sense. Hyperdrive.
Yeah, you can because of the hyperdrive being activated, and you can
Put
reduce.
Put the rest of that percentage in shields.
Okay, so you move the percentage into shields. So we got
30%.
So you have 50 in shields, right? You dropped 40% in shields, 50 in engines, and 10 in life support.
Could I be a little meta here and ask what would happen if he shunted a ridiculous amount of power to the engines, like way more than they could handle?
I think the built-in systems won't let him go above 100%.
Little redundancies and whatnot, safety
Yes.
systems. Got it. Okay.
I am just at a console, not like the main engineering terminal.
Yeah. Well, this is the main console. Yeah. So I mean, you could go into the engineering room and do stuff to the engines.
Oh, I'm like at the main command console.
Yeah, this is like the main computer system for the ship.
Oh, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Is everybody at a terminal?
No, I think everyone's just kind of standing around right now.
Damn. Explode all terminals.
But Strike said he wanted to. I think Adam said Strike wanted to go try to sit in one of the pilot ship's seats as soon as he had an opportunity. Is that still the case?
Yep. And thank you, Atlas. You rule.
Awesome. We're getting people some
XP.
XPs.
Oh,
Nice. Very good.
Nice.
So Strike goes in and immediately sits down into one of the pilot seats, seeming very comfortable. And he notices that the ship is going very fast, and it's actually very close to entering the atmosphere of the planet Teth, and it's pointing directly at the planet Teth. And he also recognizes that the trajectory for entry is not right. And at that point, the system, the voice comes over the system again, and it says, "Warning! Hyperspace sequence lock engaged. Current trajectory will result in impact upon initiation in 5 minutes. Thank you." And you would know that it's going to take you guys longer than 5 minutes to safely bring this ship down.
Mockery. What type of system warning is this? 25 minutes to 5 minutes? Dear me.
I'm gonna look at the Thorian and the human here and go, are either of you able to stop this ship? Do either of you have any kind of piloting knowledge?
Suggestion. Maybe we should power up the escape pods and just get out of here.
There are no escape pods, Tin Can. I'm trying to slow this thing down.
Yes, it does. I do happen to be able to pilot starships.
Well, wonderful. As you heard the nice recorded voice, we do not have much time.
All right. I am going to roll my pilot skill.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
gonna drop
So
in a
if
seat and help him, I guess.
so, what do you? So first off, let me just say that you guys would both know that if you guys don't get that hyperdrive off, you guys are going to smash into the planet. So you guys would know that from your experience flying, and then you would also you would both recognize the current trajectory is not great. So while piloting, you can definitely do something. What is it you want to do while
I'm going
piloting?
to try to like pull up on the throttle, get it at least,
Fix-
aiming, not just at like a dart.
Sure, that's good. Yeah, so yeah, and that's good. You guys would also recognize, with your experience in piloting, that you would recognize that at the current trajectory, it would cause some pretty big damage to the hull coming in at that angle, at that vector. So, you guys,
Is there a way to cut off the hyperdrive from here?
the nav computer, you both would have recognized the nav computer as soon as you came into the bridge.
All right. Well, I'll get on the nav computer if he's getting on the sticks.
Okay,
And
so
do the best we can.
sounds good. Adam, go ahead and roll your pilot check. Dexterity bonus to that, and your rank to your roll.
Can I power up the escape pods?
You can direct power to the escape pods.
So 16 plus 2, 18, 21.
21. That is very good. That you definitely succeed. And so, Strike pulls back hard on the yoke, and the ship slowly starts to recreate its entrance vector, so that it's not quite a direct 90-degree angle going straight into the planet. So he's starting to even out the entrance vector for the ship, and he moves the ship about 15 20 degrees, which is pretty close to where he wants to be able to come in at a relatively safe trajectory, but it's still coming in way too fast. And then Todd Sea-Dog goes over to the nav computer. He sees, when he looks in the nav computer, he sees that the current destination is set for the planet itself. It was previously set for the planet for the city of Porine. He sees that's written in the system, but is no longer facing that way because the ship's angle has changed. But he sees that he can deactivate the current sequence. He can deactivate the nav computer altogether, but he cannot change the hyperspace course. And the only thing he can do is try to override the system.
And we can't shut down hyperdrive?
That will shut down the hyperdrive, but it won't you won't be able to reuse it for anything else.
Wait, so we can shut down the hyperdrive?
You can if
I'm gonna shut it down.
Well, he can roll from he's at the nav computer right now, so he would need to roll a computer use check.
Okay.
I'm gonna go up there and use computer use check as well.
Oh, you want to do? Yeah, you can both work on it together and get a synergy bonus. Add two to his roll.
Whose roll?
It'll be Tog Sea-Dog's roll. Does he have skill in that?
Yes.
Yeah, he does. And you add your intelligence modifier.
17.
Okay, so he succeeds with the help of HK3RM. So he starts typing in things into the system to try to override the system, and it starts blinking and sparking. And HK3RM comes over, and he shoves something from his computer, and it sparks even more. And then smoke comes out, and then the voice comes over, and it says, "The hyperspace sequence lock has been disengaged. Thank you. Current ship velocity is too great. Reduce velocity to avoid collision. Thank you." So you guys have successfully turned off the nav computer, but it is no longer working.
Well, that is quite a relief. Maybe now we can figure out exactly what's going on here.
So now you guys are starting to enter the atmosphere, and you're seeing the outside of the ship starting to warm up. Do we have Emily and Nat back now?
Can
Yeah,
you
we do.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
trying to get her pictures, her video feedback.
Okay. Can you hear us, Emily?
hear me?
I hear you. Can you hear us?
I can. I can
Okay.
hear you and see you.
So everyone's on the bridge, and right now Strike is in the pilot seat, trying to straighten out the vector of the ship. HK, 3RM, and Tog Cdot just shut off the nav computer, but Doran Vorlt and Neep and you are all in there, kind of standing behind Strike as he's flying in.
Okay. Thank
And
you.
yeah, no problem. You guys would start to see the heat forming around the blast shield on the window, and the ship would start shaking erratically, and
Oh,
I
no.
think Strike and Tog Cdot would recognize the ship is coming in way too hot, and you need to slow it down somehow.
Okay.
Reduce speed.
But Strike would look over at Strike or Tog Cdot would see that the accelerator has been damaged.
Oh,
Hey,
no.
Tin Can, do you got the tools to fix this?
So,
Is
don't-
there? What is it like? Is it like a stick that we have to?
Yeah, it's like one of those power-up switches, but
Okay.
it's been chopped off. It doesn't. It's still functional, but you need something to stick in there. So someone with, if you feel. Let me just look at your sheet here real quick and see if you have any sort of skill with that. So you're not an expert repairman. So you
No.
feel that if you just had some good repair skill, we could probably fix it. But you're just not an expert in that sort of thing, and you just know you can't fix it. But maybe. But
Can I
you're also not
just
trained
hack-
in that sort of thing.
hack
HK,
it
come look at this.
fix the engines and such?
Let me see if he has repair skill.
No, I
Repairs.
definitely have repair skill.
Do you? Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Then you could certainly try to repair.
the device.
Yeah, you could try to repair
Yeah,
the
and-
accelerator. You could try to jury rig it.
But I can't use the computer.
Well, you've already reduced the engine speed as much as you can from the computer.
Okay, I can't access the engine dampeners and flaps, whatever they
no.
use.
No, that's not an accessible option from the main computer.
All right, well then I'll move and go over and do a repair.
Okay.
And here's my repair.
All right.
I rolled a 15.
That's definitely good enough to do it. So, as Strike is trying to control the ship and bringing the ship in safely, and the ship is starting to rock and shake more intensely, you grab some metal you find on the floor and shove it into the hole, and try to jury rig something to be able to lower the speed for the ship. And just as the ship's starting to come in really, really hot, you succeed, and you're able to lower the speed of the ship, but only a little bit, enough that it's not coming in so hot. And Strike and Tog would both recognize that this is a safe enough speed to be able to come in for a crash landing that might not kill them.
And I'm gonna go over to the Twi'lek and say I think it would be best if we found some place to sit and brace ourselves. And then I'm gonna go ahead and sit in probably near the was it the Jarek table you said?
You can sit. There's seats in the bridge if you want to sit there.
Okay,
with
cool. Yeah.
seatbelts. But you could go
Absolutely.
sit next to the dead guy.
No. I'm gonna sit in a seat that has straps and go ahead and strap myself in. And
All right. So, Tog Cdot, what are you doing right now? You were last standing next to the nav computer.
I guess I'm going to go over and plop myself down into the other pilot seat.
Great. Okay. As you sit down into the other pilot seat, the Twi'lek, Doran, HK, 3RM, and Neep are all watching worriedly from behind, and You strap yourself in and grab the yawl and attempt to help pull the ship up and level it out a little bit more. And then you see, actually, everyone, can you guys roll me a spot check? Everybody roll me a spot check.
I was just doing some Jedi meditation, but sure, yeah, I'll spot.
What is
check
the spot
for you.
check?
Do
It's
I?
just like
do-
you're
do I
gonna
add
if everyone has a skill, this is one you could, even if you don't have the skill spot, you all can use it. It uses wisdom, so you can add your wisdom modifier to your roll. But if you have ranks in spot, you can add that to your roll as well.
I
So
have.
is this
I
a
got. I got a
D20?
10.
A 10. Yeah, it's a D20.
Okay. Oh no, that's not good at all.
I don't know what I did with my
I
character
got a
sheet.
I
14.
think I'm rolling like Adam right now.
Not that.
That's funny.
Anything but that.
All right. So how do we do with our rolls?
Not
So-
good. I got a 10. But
Okay.
I'm just gonna chalk that up as I was doing my Jedi meditation.
Did you say you got a 10?
All right. So it looks like Strike was that
I got a
18?
20.
Your spot
18.
roll, Strike. Yeah, that's good. So Strike sees sees first that there is a large rock outcrop fast approaching and at the trajectory, and unless they make a sharp turn, they're gonna smash right into it.
All right, I'm gonna grab the yoke and.
You're gonna yank at it.
Yeah.
Tog Sidod will see
Um,
that he's yanking it, but he doesn't know why yet.
Are we still there? Like assisting?
Yeah, you guys are
him?
there watching. You guys can try to if you have any pilot skill, you can lend synergy bonus to it. Wow, what did that do?
There,
What that did.
watching
Well,
him yank it.
I guess. Am I at the nav computer?
You're in. You could, yeah, you're still at the nav computer, yeah.
So can I see if I can access any like deflector shields or like anything that will help?
So the nav computer is still at the is smoking and doesn't work anymore. It was activating the override was enough to burn out the system, but the computer that you were at in the rec room in the back room, that room had that's the one where you could alter the power systems of the ship. So you could take some of the power away from the life support system, which is fine because you're now inside the atmosphere, and you could redirect that to the shields. Right now the shields are at 40%.
All right. Well, let's add more to the shields.
Okay, so HK3RM runs back to the main computer and he starts fiddling with the system again, and he adjusts the shields, the energy of the shields. Suddenly you all feel the air get a little thinner, but you're doing okay, and you're not really focused on that too much. Tog Sidod just reacting to Strike. Did you roll a pilot check?
I can.
I'm sorry. Yeah, you both can roll the pilot check. That's fine. You and Strike are both piloting, so you can both roll the pilot check. Wow, so he nails it.
Okay,
That's a
too.
nat 20. Oh, that's two
So-
nat 20s back to back.
Oh my god.
Wow,
So the two
back to
pilots
back.
almost seem to just recognize each other's intents and almost simultaneously yank the yoke to the side and veer the ship out of the way of the giant rock outcropping. And as they do it, the rock outcropping still hits the ship. It grazes the side and lunges it to the side and causes it to buck, but it didn't hit it head on. So the ship, you guys know that you just avoided absolute disaster and death. But now the ground is very quickly approaching, and you guys are going to need to brace for a crash landing. And you guys should know that you need to activate the repulsor lifts and try to bring the ship in for a relatively safe landing at this point. So you guys can try to roll me one more pilot check for the landing.
And I can't reduce the engines any more than 50,
Um,
even though we're out of hyperspace now.
I would say that what you could do is you could try to overload that system a little bit. If you want to try to roll, let me see. If you want to roll a constitution check and use some of your own power to try to overload the system a little bit and get past the system's safety overrides, I'd say that would be okay.
Mm.
That would also you could also adjust the ship's speed below the 50% power threshold right now.
And that would be what, a constitution and computer use?
No, you're just gonna roll a Constitution check. So
Oh.
you're gonna roll D and you add your Constitution modifier.
I don't think so. That is just silly.
You're silly.
I'm just gonna use my magnetic feet, so I'm stabilized.
Stabilize yourself. That's fine. All right. So did you guys? Okay. So, wow. Oh wait. Okay. So looks like Strike rolled his pilot check again.
Oh, you need another one?
Yeah. If you want, you can roll it to see if it helps these guys at all. The ship is shaking a lot, and you guys are hearing some groaning metal sounds as the ship's coming in.
That's 13.
Tog tries to activate the repulsor lifts, but accidentally hits the wrong button,
Oh no.
and you guys feel the ship shake. Strike is successfully able to activate the repulsor lifts, and you guys feel the front end of the ship go up. But as he does that, something that happened in the back half of the ship, I guess when you guys smashed into that, grazed that rock outcropping, it messed with the integrity of the ship, and suddenly you guys feel and hear a huge ripping and metal ripping and bending, smashing sound, and you feel the ship shake violently. And then HK3RM, who's in the computer looking at the schematics still, he will see that the back section of the ship where the engines were suddenly start to rip off and break off as they're descending. And the back half breaks off and flies into the ground, but the front half of the ship is now starting to careen out of from
Can I roll a bluff check?
No.
But the
That's
repulsor
more
lifts
than
on the
just
front half of the ship are still under control. They're still working, but you guys would need to roll a pilot check to try to regain balance of the ship. What were you saying there?
So I want to try and roll a bluff check to reassure everyone that we meant to do that.
Okay. And their Neep is screaming. Very good.
Wait, do we need to roll again? Is that what you said?
So these guys are rolling. They rolled for So he rolled for a bluff check and he succeeded, I guess.
Okay, so
Unless one of you wants to roll sense motive and sense that he.
Yeah, I got a 21 for pilot.
Okay, and then so that's great. So he nails the pilot check. So as the ship's careening out of control, they regain control, and the ship slowly, well not slowly, but quickly approaches the ground. But it's at a good angle, and it smashes into the ground. You guys all feel the shake, but you guys, it's not as bad as it could have been. I think well, Strike and Tog recognize it could have been worse if the shields, and HK3RM would know that as well, that if the shields hadn't been activated and they hadn't been so amazing at flying, that they almost it could have been a lot worse. But the ship slams into the ground and it skids along, and there are trees flying past and they're clipping trees, but the hull of the ship is holding as it slowly careens to a stop, and with a jerk the whole ship stops moving. That's it. You guys are on the ground now.
well, guys, we made it.
Yes, my friend, another happy landing.
That was pretty
Yeah, I said
hairy
it.
for a
I
minute
said it.
there.
And the chicken is back there, looking a little upset.
I'm gonna go comfort the chicken.
I need
Okay,
a
buddy.
drink.
It's okay. It's all over now. Okay, now what do we do, guys?
You guys are all in the bridge still. The ship's systems are all blinking and
Guys, this
beeping.
thing's gonna blow.
I agree.
Let's get the hell out of here.
We
So
need
we
to get
literally
away
have like
from this thing.
no time.
Oh, the ship's landed. You have all the time in the world now.
It was only going to blow because of impact.
Isn't it possible that?
Yeah, so it's only going to blow if you guys failed to activate the hyperdrive. It would have smashed into the side of the planet, or if you failed to land the ship, which you succeeded in landing without crashing the ship. So you guys are still alive. You have actually succeeded.
There's no fear of
landing
it
the
blowing
ship.
up right now.
No, it won't blow up now.
Okay.
I would
I know
like to.
nothing about ships.
I would like to suggest to the group. I'm going to go. Well, now that we are out of any immediate danger, I suggest we try to figure out exactly what brought us all together here on this ship. Um, my master would be very shocked to learn that there are Sith. Maybe I don't know.
Evasion. Who knows what may have brought us here? But what we need to do is figure out how to get off this wretched planet.
I
Yes,
agree.
my metallic friend, I believe that both of these things could be one and the same. Figuring out exactly what brought us here might just give us enough information to figure out where we are and how to get off of here. I believe we are that gentleman in your room told us we were orbiting the planet Teth.
Not familiar with it.
Mr. Dungeon Master, sir, would any of us be familiar with this planet Teth?
I would say that Strike might be familiar with it, and Tog Seedod might be familiar with it, as there is a Hut cartel here on the planet that they may have interacted with or
Nope,
heard of before.
I don't know anything about it.
Translation. Okay, now that we are all safe, who the hell are you guys? Mockery. Oh, Master. These are just some poor souls that we freed to sacrifice to stay alive.
Hey, Nip, does this thing ever shut up?
Yeah, I'm gonna look at him and go. As a Jedi, I'm not prone to bouts of anger, but I won't stop them from ripping your vocabulary out. I'm gonna look at Neep and go. Does this thing have a less sarcastic setting?
Hey, I like this little guy. I think he's funny.
Translation.
I think I can
If
disable device.
it does, you don't know what I say. Theory.
Okay, I retract my
That
previous
is true.
statement.
I could just be saying what the master may not be saying. But
Uh-huh.
what fun is there in that?
Oh, this protocol droid needs a memory wipe.
Yeah, seems like he's kind of all over the place, but I like him. I think he's cute. He's a cute little guy.
Threatening. Oh dear me. I would not attempt such a task. It may leave you down and out.
I think Nip there just said he was going to kill all of our families.
That's what I heard. Okay, so where are we?
So you guys are still in the ship on the
I mean, what
On-
planet are we on?
so you guys are on Teth, the planet Teth, as would have been mentioned, as was mentioned by the guy there.
Sorry, I'm having major issues. And
So no, it's
can't-
all right.
Okay, so what's next, guys? What do we do now?
I say we should
Fear-
explore the rest of the ship and see what we might be able to find. Do we all agree?
I agree.
I agree with that.
Theory.
I agree
Maybe
as
we
well.
should
Yeah.
collect ourselves, gather some resources, and decide to head to where the ship was headed to begin with. What was that city called again?
Are you asking me?
No, that was
Okay,
just
sure.
droid
Yeah.
asking in general.
Pretty shitty.
And I'm
memory
gonna look at
yeah.
her like, wait.
Is it
just
Ern?
one,
Is it the droid?
just one moment. Protocol droid. Do Do you know where the ship was headed to begin with?
Answer. Yes, of course. It was in the computer system. Couldn't you read? Uh,
I didn't spend any time in the computer systems while we were on board the ship, so yeah.
I guess we missed that one. So where was it?
suggestion. Well, the systems may be active still. Maybe check now.
Why don't you tell us where it was going?
I'll do that. I'll do just that. I'll walk over to the computer system and see if I can't discern any information.
Alright,
I checked navigation as well, so I believe
What
it
was the
was
city's name?
headed to Perrine.
Perrine. Answer. Yes, a city. It was named Perrine.
Terrain. Curious. That's where that gentleman asked us to go to deliver this data chip. Is there a way that I can interface the chip with the computer systems to see what information's on it?
Yep, you could put the data card into the computer system.
I'm going.
You have a credit chip, and he gave you a credit chip and a data card.
Cool. I want to use the data card to see if I can find any information what's on it, and I would like to know how many credits are on the credit stick.
Okay, so when you insert it into the system brings up an interface that asks you what. Hang on 1 second. Okay, yeah. So it asks you if you would like to see the personal message there and open it up. There's just one personal message on the data card, and you have to open it if you're willing to.
Is everybody kind of close around me?
I have it currently set up that you guys are all right around the computer, but you don't
Translation.
have to
Is any of these places close to Tatooine? My master wishes to return to his boring lifestyle.
I hate sand.
be. Did anybody? So I would say that Strike or Tog Cdod, if they recognize Teth from their travels, which they could, might know how far it is from Tatooine.
Could I use my survival to figure that out?
You would just know it if you can roll for. I believe you have a profession skill for gambler, that you might have it from that, and you're streetwise. I think it's a knowledge skill for you.
Yeah.
So you could roll for that
four.
to know
Okay.
to see if you recognize this planet from your history.
All right. So,
Do I have it? I don't know what I would roll for that.
You would also add your intelligence modifier, and for yours,
20.
what was
21 for me.
okay? So you definitely recognize this planet as being the home of Rungus the Hutt. And you would
Sounds
know
delicious.
that this planet is Teth.
Sorry, what
And-
was that name again?
I have
name
a
of-
list of
His name is Rungus the Hutt. You're
heard he
in
ate
the
his
outer
South
rim.
Hutt.
You would know you're in the outer rim, and you would know that the Tatooine is also in the outer rim, but more than a handful of systems in between here and there. So it'll take a little bit of time to get there through hyperspace travel. It's not the next system over or anything like that. And then Tog, what let me see. You what were you proposing to use? Let's see here. I think let me see here. You don't have a profession or knowledge skill that could use for this, but I think your occupation in of itself, I'd be willing to let you roll an intelligence check for it.
Okay.
See if you know the same information. You wouldn't know about Rungus though. But you might recognize the planet as being a spot for smuggling.
19.
That's good.
And I got 21 with my bonus and my intelligence.
So so both of you would know that there's smuggling that comes through this planet. Strike would know it's because of Rungus the Hutt. You would probably know Rungus the Hutt as he's the one who organizes all the smuggling in the area and coordinates all goods going in and out of the planet that are not imperial and meant for imperial purposes. So, yeah, both of you would recognize would know of them. Strike might be a little bit more familiar with Rungus's practices as a crime lord, but both of you recognize the planet, and both of you would know that's pretty. It's in the outer rim with Tatooine, but the rim's pretty wide.
And I would like to kind of like I'm looking at this display telling me that there is a personal message on this data chip, and I just kind of like take the data chip out of the computer to respect his privacy, and then put it in my my robes here. And how much how many credits on that credit stick? Just curious.
There's 10,000 credits on the chip.
Ooh, nice.
Maybe I
But-
should. You know what? Actually, now that I know that there's that much money involved, I definitely should probably watch this, listen to this wall.
If you listen to it, everybody will see it on that computer. Just so you know.
I'll hold on to it and see if there's any time that I'll get a chance to.
Okay. Does anybody else want to look for anything else, or look the rec room you guys are in with the Dejar table and the three dead soldiers, three dead crew members, the one that was a little different. All of them, they're all still there. The room is more or less intact.
I'll look through the dead soldiers' pockets.
Okay, so you don't have to roll anything for that. With the two crew members, you find 10 credits on one, 15 credits on the other, and both are carrying energy cells. When you go to the one that looks different, you kind of move his body over, and he's slumped over on top of a data card. I mean, yeah, not a data card. I'm sorry, a data pad, which is basically like a personal computer system that you can put data cards in, and you can use it to download stuff. So you see a data pad, and he also has a code cylinder, which you would recognize as something that people use to access computer systems that are locked. And he has 50 credits as well.
All right.
Did anybody else access the computer system? Okay. Oh no, you did, Armand. Armand, so you would have seen everything. Doran would have seen everything that HK3RM saw except for the deleted communication. He would have seen the 2 officer logs in there. He would have seen all the power controls and the door controls and the ship schematic.
Gotcha. Is there anything in there that would lead me to understand what we were all doing on the ship, or the purpose of the ship? What kind of research was being done?
There were 2 officer logs in there.
Can I see
That could be
hear or see
activated?
that encrypted one? Or the deleted one?
You're so right now he's at the controls.
Mhm.
So
I
only
would-
one person can access
Well,
at a time.
I would have
yes,
downloaded
you could.
it.
You don't have anything to download it to other to your personal systems, but you would have had to
Yeah,
hack the
to
system.
my
to do that.
memory.
Yeah, but you would have had to hack the system to do that a
Oh,
second
okay.
time.
There's
Yeah.
no direct
Because that
transfer.
you would have recognized through your expertise that something had been deleted and you can retrieve it, but you didn't go through that operation. You could still.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well,
So Doran
he's still accessing the
at the
terminal.
system. Yeah. What did you say you were doing there? Are you done with it, or do you want to do anything with the logs, or are you all done? Doran.
Oh, sorry, I was mocking a bot in chat. I apologize.
Oh, fair enough. Rungus T. Hutt. Let's see. All hail Rungus the Hutt. Beautiful. So, are you doing anything with the computer system before?
Yeah, let's go ahead and get the logs on there.
Okay.
See if any information.
You will notice that when you click on the logs, it says insert code cylinder in the system, preventing you from accessing unless you can hack it or you have the code cylinder.
Can I go up and assist?
Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and roll a wisdom check for you to see if you can tell that he's struggling.
Wisdom.
Yeah, that's like your perception.
Oh. I do much better in intelligence. And that's just straight wisdom. Damn. Okay.
Okay, so you very quickly notice that he's having trouble working his way around a computer system. You can tell that he maybe not as trained as you are with
Right.
computers.
Smart, but at other things.
Yeah. So you want-
Observation. Excuse me. Maybe I should take over here. Some of us are actually quite skilled in these sorts of things.
I'm gonna look at him and be like, "You should just be very glad I am a Jedi." And then I'm gonna kind of step to the side and say, "Can you play these 2 logs? I'd like to know if we can glean any information from them that might explain what we're doing here."
Mm,
So are you?
yeah.
Neep said
Uh,
something.
I'm just gonna go and do it. I'm not even
Okay.
gonna respond.
So you go and activate the logs, and he.
What is that? Use computer.
You don't have to. You already opened the system before, so you're good. You already know how to get in. So you got in, and you activate the logs, and this fella pops up.
Hey, look at that.
And he says, it seems our research was a success, and the 4 remaining subjects survived and are showing stability. We sure do hope our benefactor will be satisfied, and he can be reassured and reassigned away from this place. We do not want to see him ever again. That's the first log.
Access log 2.
Already accessed the second log. Same guy pops up. He says, "Oh, the benefactor is scheduled for a visit to inspect, and our surviving subjects. And I'm afraid he'll find out that I've relayed the research notes down to the Admiral Vicus. Oh, I do hope he specifically said that we were not to transfer any of the research. Oh, I do hope he does not find out." And then the transmission ends.
All right, I'm gonna start accessing the deleted.
Okay, you will have to roll a computer
And
check
Neep
for
is
that.
holding up the data
All
pad and the other stuff to you.
21.
You're like shaking it at them. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
at me.
You holding the data pad and the
Yep.
code cylinder at them? Okay. So when you try to access the deleted logs, you fiddle around, but nothing happens. Nothing happens with the system. You're unsuccessful. Neep is gesturing in your direction with something.
Okay, I'll go over and say, query. Yes, is there something you need, Master?
So, for you to...
Observation.
Oh, go ahead.
Yes, a data pad and a code cylinder. Yes, these may just do.
So you would know that the code cylinder can be injected into the computer system to unlock everything, and to access everything.
So I'm gonna go over and put it in.
Okay, and you with the code cylinder inserted and a little bit of your inherent skill, you're able to access the deleted log. And the deleted log comes in, and you see this person pop up. I don't know how well it's showing up.
Oh, hey, how you doing?
And she says, she says, I just received word that your benefactor is doing an inspection soon. Make sure you send down all the research to me immediately. I want copies of everything sent to me before he arrives. I'm afraid that this deal is getting worse all the time. And then the message ends then.
So it seems whoever was operating this vessel was doing so for some anonymous benefactor. But then they transmitted results to an Admiral Vicus. And shortly thereafter, someone came and killed everyone and set a course into the planet.
Hey, Tin
Man-
Can, how did Nip get free?
I think he's talking to HK3RM.
Oh. Answer. I can't quite explain. I'm actually not sure myself. Oh man, these are stressful times. Stressful.
said something.
Routini indeed, my short friend.
In
Routini
translation.
indeed.
Hey, nuts and bolts. Would these help? Will these help? I stowed away. I followed the droid onto the ship. Query. Followed me? I remember no such thing of entering this type of ship. This must be a mistake, but who is to take a droid's opinion into consideration?
Okay. All right. So on either side of the room you're in, there are doors that access the outside of the outside of the ship. They're ramps that can be extended downwards to get off the
Oh,
ship.
that's cool. So I want to access the data pad that was given.
Okay. So you turn on the data pad, and you can see from the storage files that there are very many files. It is chock full of files, but they are all locked and encrypted.
Pull the code cylinder and equipped it in.
Shove it in. Yep. Okay. So you see that you are able to access the files, but they are still encrypted, and the code cylinder is not sufficient to decrypt them. You can see the number of files, and they are in the hundreds, but you cannot see the contents of them.
Okay. And is code cylinder like a memory stick as well? Can you download and upload to that?
No.
No.
But you could download things. You can download things with time to your internal systems.
Well,
You would take you some time to download that many files, but
yeah. Okay. Yep. Commentary. Oh, look at all these messages. I guess they're all encrypted. I guess I'll just stand here decrypting these while we all just wait around, kicking at the rocks and dust under our feet, doing nothing.
well, you would know that you would not be able. You don't have the skill to decrypt that. It's something that it would require some specific encryption code to decrypt. It's not something it's within your realm of skill at this point.
Mockery.
You could download them, but that's the best.
Raffle.
Mm-hmm. Is there? Oh, actually, you know what? I'll handle this. I'll handle this out of meta. I'll look at our friend Neep and say, my little friend, where did you happen to find this data pad? Perhaps we could find the relative codes that we need.
Translation. Under the meat sack over there.
We have a
I'm
glitch
gonna
with the
look at the protocol droid and go, meat sack. He really said meat sack.
Correction. My apologies. Some of my translations may be a bit damaged from our recent adventures. By meat sack, I absolutely meant the poor soul over there lying dead cold.
All right then. I'm gonna go over to the meat sack in question and see if I can't find like maybe this person was dumb and couldn't remember their code, so they have it written down somewhere, or maybe they have like a room on this ship somewhere, and I could figure out where the room is based on, any kind of personal effects he might have.
credit score, stole
So you look on the body and you see you can tell very quickly that this is the same guy from the video that and was probably the captain or a research official on the ship, and he was the one who sent the research to the admiral in that message. But you don't see anything else on him, and it seems the body has been stripped clean of all belongings.
Got it. Well, this Jedi is stumped.
So, you guys look around the ship, and you can see there's really not much else for you here. But
You said
there are the doors.
You said that there are doors. Is it
Yes,
like
you can
yeah,
leave.
I'm gonna press the button to open the door and have
Yes.
the walkway extend down.
I love that. That's basically the game master going, "Hey, dummies, I told you which way to go like 20, 30 minutes ago." And
Then
you're
after the door opens, I want to close it again and search the ship.
So after he tested the door and the ramp went up and then down and then back up again and the door shut again, he looked out the porthole window and saw it's a beautiful day here on Teth. The sun is shining, but through the trees, the trees are quite tall and it is a almost jungle-like environment they've crashed into.
Can I go to the nav computer?
The plants outside are beautiful.
Sorry.
Flowers and bushes fill the ground, but it does look very dense. But over the trees, when you look through the holes in the top of the trees, you can see the outcroppings in the distance, and you can see what appears to be a large building on top of the outcroppings. And Tog Sidad, you would recognize that as the Palace of Rungus the Hutt, because from your past experience.
Oh. Have I had direct dealings with these huts before?
Yeah,
Or
we
just
would
the client?
assume. You would assume you might have he might have been a client at some point.
Okay.
I'm gonna go over to the Twi'lek and say, "Oh well, we've all exchanged names and whatnot. What about you? What's your name?"
I have no idea. I simply just cannot remember. I can't seem to remember anything. What
This
is
is-
your name?
I am Doran Vorld.
Yes, yes, I'm sorry, you're right. You didn't tell me that. I'm having a difficult time remembering much of anything. I'm sorry. This is
Did
all
you
just
drink my
so...
Tatooine sunburn?
What'd you say?
Did you drink my Tatooine sunburn?
I don't even
Because
know
that'll
what
do
that
it to you
means,
every
sir.
time.
This is strange. None of us have lost our. Did anyone else lose their memories?
Oh, I wish.
Translation. My name is Neep.
Very, very good to meet you, Neep. I do appreciate everything you did to free us from uh our prison here. Something tells me that somewhere in Perrine are the answers we're looking for. I suggest we look for that family that the gentleman told us to find out. I believe they're the Trident family.
Remember correctly.
That's yes.
Mhm.
I
I
agree.
think you might be right.
Mockery. Ah, yes. Freed.
The So Doran's gonna kind of look at everybody and go, well, until we all have decided to leave the ship, I'm going to sit here and meditate. When we're ready,
Translation. This place is moist and uncomfortable. Statement. With that being said, we may not wish to stay here. I would not get comfortable over there. Jedi.
I I also would like to stay with uh Dorn. Is that your name?
indeed, it is.
Okay. Would you mind if I stayed here with you?
Well, I believe we're only staying here as long as the rest of the group needs. Whatever we do, we should stick together. I believe something. Do I sense a disturbance in the force at this point? Like, is there any
No.
kind of like? No,
No, you do
no,
not.
I don't. Okay. Um, I don't sense any disturbances in the force, but something tells me that something has brought us together. The force works in mysterious ways.
I don't think it was anything good that brought us together. I have a very bad feeling about all of this.
Nice.
Well, at the very least,
Do
we can
you
go
guys
find a
feel the
drink.
same way? Do you
I could
guys?
use a
Something.
nice drink.
Yep. Something is amiss here, but
Something is definitely off. This is not normal.
no, this is very much the opposite of normal. Maybe we should. What time? What time is it? Like, as you, I don't know, like I don't know what
You get a feeling it's about middle of the day.
middle of the day. Perfect.
And then
And about how far away are we from the city?
So you guys would have seen the city during your descent in the distance in the opposite direction you were going. Because you guys pulled up as you were coming in, you were pointing directly at it, but then they adjusted the trajectory and then went the other direction. So
So
you were,
we were pointed directly at this city.
uh-huh.
So I could surmise that whoever set those coordinates also wanted not only our destruction, but the destruction of the entire city of Preen.
Maybe, but the ship was not
Oh,
quite large enough to be able to destroy the city, but it could have done some damage.
A lot of damage.
Translation. As long as we stay away from the bad man. Query. I do not know of any bad man, but I'm sure my master is definitely afraid of something that could be quite serious.
what?
Were those good chips?
Yes, what?
I'm gonna look at Neep and say, bad man?
Me?
He's thinking. Neep thinks about
Oh,
what to say.
You has to text me, and then I have to translate. Translation: the guy with the red laser sword.
Did it look something like this? And then I take out my lightsaber and I. I turn it off immediately. No, it's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. I mean, no one here any harm. It's curious.
Evasion. I could not say. I was not activated at the time of when he saw him. But
Well,
I could assume that it may be one of those light sword thingamabobbers.
it's a lightsaber, and it's the weapon of the Jedi and also the Sith. And I can assure you that the Jedi Order is too small, and no one in it would do anything like this. I know them all.
Amendment. Ah, yes. My apologies. The Jedi. Oh, dear me. My memory core is not what it used to be.
Speaking of memories, I turn to the Twi'lek and go, I can't go on referring to you as the Twi'lek for very much longer. I understand that you do not remember anything, even your name, but we have to call you something.
I
Is there
agree.
something you wish to be called?
um, I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Is there anything that perhaps you would feel comfortable calling me?
Well, I was not prepared to have that on the spot moment being turned around and placed directly back on me. You Uno reverse carded me. um Tweak. Ooh, I like that. I like that. Um Maybe someone not that isn't the Jedi suggests that.
You could call me, I guess, maybe Tess, because that kind of seems to go with. I mean, I do have a big T on my shirt, so that's kind of, I guess, something.
Yeah, what's the what are the numbers on her shirt again? T what?
Yeah, she never did change, so she's still wearing her clothes from before because she's carrying her other stuff. So her number was T11827.
Objection, Master.
T1
That
T1?
is no noodlehead over
T11827.
there. That is a Twi'lek. A Twi'lek.
A Twi'lek. Maybe we refer to you as Tweak.
Okay, Tweak, Tess, whatever. I, whatever you want to call me is fine by me.
Let's
Until I
go
remember my name.
let's go with your suggestion because I don't want to take agency. I don't want to take agency away from your character that has already lost so much. Um
I literally did not have a name set up. I just thought that it would come organically as we were playing. So if you want to call me Tweak, that's fine. If you want to call me Tess, sorry. If you want to call me Tweak or Tess, whatever. If you want to vote for it, I don't care. It's whatever you guys.
Tweakies!
Tweak.
Oh, Tweakies!
Wanna
Chat
call
likes tweak.
Tweakies!
I'm liking it more and more now that I'm saying it.
All right,
Okay.
tweak it is.
Tweakies!
For now.
Well, at least now we have something to call you that isn't.
Wait, does that kind of sound a lot like titties?
Tweak?
Oh God.
Tweakies?
Tweakies does maybe
I mean-
a little bit, but
If you purposely try to make it sound
Yeah.
like that, I
Okay,
guess,
maybe it's just I'm a dirty old perverted man. Okay.
which I assume
Okay,
no
let's know who voted
self-respecting
this week.
self-respecting
cool.
Star Wars fan would swap
Nobody
that up.
cares. I don't care. Tweak it is. Fine.
All right,
We'll go for
that's
tweak.
fine. And you could always say something else next week. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's fine.
That's
All right.
that's the greatest thing about this game.
Very good. Okay.
Yeah, and next week, make sure you say something about that. When we're doing something completely different.
Oh, I won't remember next week.
No, for something completely
All
different.
right.
Sorry, I had
So
That was awesome. Good job, Chris.
This
thanks.
is the first time in the entire show that I have actually been able to see you, hear you, and you guys see and hear me.
that's how it goes, man. With these first streams, it can be tough.
Who said that?
So we'll leave it there,
Oh,
and
son of a
hopefully you
bitch.
guys will leave the ship eventually.
Nah, this is the hangar in Squadron
I know, right?
all over again.
This is your safe space. I get it. It's fine.
Let's get the
I
ship
was
running
trying to
again.
get us out of here,
Oh,
but I
goodness.
think I was frozen for a period. Nobody could hear me, or
Okay.
I maybe muted myself. Who knows? But Chris, yes, yay! Everybody,
Thanks,
Chris did such a good job.
Yeah. Good job, Chris.
Oh yeah. No, it was a great beginning to
Raise
this
the roof.
adventure.
Yeah,
Now
man.
tell me, Chris. I know some of your fears before this started because we've talked about it.
Good
Um,
night.
How close to everything you prepared did we get?
Pretty close, actually. I probably railroaded you guys a little bit, so
No, that's fine. The
tried
first
not to. I tried to give
getting-
you options, but then you guys
getting-
kept, of course, throwing out things that I had not anticipated completely.
did you expect me to cut the door
Oh,
with the
congrats.
lightsaber?
No, I fully expected you. Well, no, the first door I didn't, but that was easy enough. Honestly, what I didn't. Well, I don't want to tell you guys what I didn't expect. I planned
Why not?
everything, and I'm very credible.
No, I really want to know what it was that we did that you didn't expect.
All right. Well, maybe when the viewers aren't tuned in, that'll be.
Oh,
Oh.
that's fine. That's fair.
Save it for the bonus
Chat,
content.
don't worry,
Bonus
chat. I'll
content.
spill the tea in the
Fine,
Discord. So
fine.
make sure.
It pressured me.
Yeah,
I feel like it was
no,
more
no,
stressful
no,
for
no,
me than it was anybody else.
Now it's really juicy.
join
check
the
out
Discord and I'll
yeah,
make sure I
join
spill the
Discord.
tea.
Check
Or
out
do you
the
guys want to
TikTok
get?
for more
You guys want to
leaks.
get experience? Should we have time to do that, or are we
We'll
over? We'll
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
give me experience.
You guys
I
want
want
experience?
experience.
Later.
Hey,
Oh, so-
this is last minute to give Doran Vorl your favorite Jedi extra experience boosts.
Or the guy that had to
There
deal
you
with
go.
all the technical
Yeah.
difficulties.
Hook them up. You know? Yeah, I think. Yeah, I appreciate everyone for hanging out despite
Yeah.
some of the challenges with the first.
I'm super
first stream
sorry.
here.
Oh, I'm sorry, Chris.
No, you
was
guys are
fine.
fine. We're doing good. That was fun. I really had a great time. Thank you guys for your patience, and I learned a lot. So things I'm giving you guys experience for are probably similar to what Nat gave you guys experience. I'm giving you experience for role playing. I'm giving you experience for checks and creative solutions, and I'm giving you experience for if you guys do combat or something like that. But so everybody's gonna get 100 experience for not dying.
Woo.
Everybody roleplay tonight, so you're gonna get 20
I
experience
got
for
a
that.
boost.
And then I have
Thanks, Atlas.
Yep, I have a number of I'm gonna give 40 extra experience to HK3RM,
Oh,
20
boy.
20 extra experience to Dorn, 40 to Tog and Strike. And we're gonna
100
give
into
we're
me.
gonna get 10 more for Emily for now Tweak and me.
Oh,
'Cause-
thanks. I was just joking. Thank
No,
you.
you're right. You're fine. You guys did some stuff. The chicken's there too, guys.
How many
by the
experience
way.
points does the chicken get?
That
I'll
chicken.
never go.
I can't believe that. I also did not anticipate Chombo being inserted into the ship and bursting out.
You never know what the lords and ladies are gonna throw in here.
Right.
I love that. I love that he came in. I love it so
Carry
much.
over
Hey,
for next week. We got a glitch for HK3RM. Any other things I missed in chat that didn't get redeemed? I think this
make
is
I tried
Sid
an
for
XP
somebody.
boost.
Yeah,
Neep.
make sure you
Sweet.
thank
got it.
Burrito Supreme for not redeeming the disgusting, irresistible fish sandwich that was inevitably going to make someone diarrhea themselves to death.
Oh, sure.
She was definitely kicking that idea around for a good like 15 minutes.
The entire party has died from dysentery.
Yeah. mhm.
No one ate anything. That was good.
Oh, that was great. That was so
Who's Terry and why is everyone being so disrespectful towards him?
Yeah. Here calls it
I'll
diarrhea.
I'll see myself out. Thank you.
All right, so yeah, hopefully everybody enjoyed this. We'll be back in 2 weeks to continue this adventure. We're switching to a bi-weekly
saying that?
schedule, and then we'll be doing Aliens next week. Since we can't do the watch party, so we're going to be doing the Aliens Fireteam Elite conclusion with myself, Adam, and Jen Washitashi. While we have Bruce Gaskin and Armand doing commentary and fun facts, and we'll have some guest spots popping in.
literally doing commentary.
Yeah, no, they will be.
Yeah, boy. That'll be fun.
And then I guess I'm there somewhere.
Yeah,
I don't know.
we're gonna have guest spots. The people pop in for a little bit here and there, talk about their upcoming characters a little bit, and we'll kind of go use that as a transition into the game in 2 weeks after that. So
I mean, you tell me. You know how I am. I'm just playing because I have a flamethrower. I like
he does. He
burning
always
things.
plays the flamethrower
I like
guy.
watching it burn. Yeah. Gotta love
And then
the
of course we do
flamethrowers.
Star Trek on Monday
Burn
nights.
it with fire.
So if you're into more space things, but different, check us out on Monday nights. And Wednesdays we do 5th edition D&D, so please feel free to pop in and visit us for that as well. Am I missing anything from anybody?
No, I think you did a
great.
great job, me.
We're missing your head.
You guys did great. It's fun.
All right, let me...
Thanks so much, Chris. You did awesome.
Thank you guys.
So proud of you. I'm so proud
Thank
of
you, viewers. Everyone hanging out. Trying something new, huh?
Hey, and
Sure,
thanks for
sure.
any one of those people coming over here from the Bruce Gaskin stream. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for coming
Always
over
appreciate
and
the
checking us
support.
out. We do this a lot. Mhm.
It's fun hanging out with you
Gaskineers.
guys.
Gaskineers.
All right, so
Yeah. Join us next.
I was just gonna
Oh, no,
start
go
the
ahead.
raid, but go ahead.
Oh no, I was going to say, join us in Bruce Gaskin's stream this Saturday, where sadly we will not be playing Squadrons, and we will not talk to Gunny. We won't be in the hangar anymore. We're gonna be playing
No.
boring, stupid, freaking Battlefront 2 again.
Oh,
Actually, no, we're not.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to the ocean, so you guys will not get any Bruce Gaskin this
No Bruce
Saturday.
Gaskin. Oh, the ocean is a lucky man.
That's fine. I'll be
So it's
I'll
gonna
be
be
down.
like
Good for you,
it's
go
gonna be
to
like
the
a
ocean.
week before you get any real good Bruce Gaskin, and it'll be right here.
That's right. But it'll be here. Yep. And we'll be talking about aliens.
Mm-hmm. Me and Bruce Gaskin will be sucking all the air out of the room, just like you like us to do.
All right.
I did feel it was very hard for me not to talk tonight.
I had to stop myself a few times. I had to stop myself. Like, okay, you know what? You're the Jedi. I get it. Okay, stop.
All right. See everybody later.
Yeah, guys.
Bye.